up everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, this is Golden Heart. In this channel I help people expand their consciousness based on relationships. So today we want to give a quick look at the major problems that leads to difficulties in marriage and can also lead to dissolution. Okay, what I mean by that, divorce. Okay, these are the major things that people ignore. They seem to acknowledge the larger picture instead of trying to find out the causes. So today I'll give you the 5 examples of that can easily lead to marriage dissolution. All right. Number 1 is dissatisfaction. Okay, dissatisfaction is very bad in relationship. Okay, especially when you want to get married to someone. If your partner does not satisfy with you, you have to point out to him or her, let them know that this act you do not like it. So this person has to change this behavior. Example of dissatisfaction is someone does not satisfy with whatsoever you give to that person or whatsoever the person has. Okay, for example, whatsoever you give to your partner, he or she does not satisfy with it. This is very dangerous in your marriage. Okay, it will lead to a lot of problems. Example of dissatisfaction is, for example, I want to start with women. Maybe your partner, your husband, afford to buy you a car that is not expensive, and your friend's husband afford her an expensive car. So you want the same. You want your husband to go and get the money anyhow he likes it. Okay, in order for him to give you the same car. And also maybe in terms of clothing, you want your husband to afford it for you anyhow he's going to see it. You are not satisfied with the little ones you have. So this is the act of dissatisfaction. An example in men. Okay, if your guy is cheating on you, if someone that you're dating is cheating on you and you got him on the act, this means he does not satisfy with you. You have to point it out to him. Let him know that this act you do not like it, because if you guys take it into your home, this will cause a lot of problems. Okay, so you have to let your partner knows that this act of dissatisfaction you do not like it. If your guy dates more than one woman, it does not satisfy with your beauty or everything that you give to him. So you have to point it out to the person. Let them know that this act you do not like it. They have to change it before you guys get into this marriage. Okay, number 2 is aggressiveness. This is the act of someone acting in a violent behavior. Okay, someone always, for example, yelling at you, shouting, always getting upset, annoyed, all those kind of things. You know, sometimes when people react, they do not seem to acknowledge it after the whole process is over. So they does not know. You are the person that is going to correct that person. Let the person know that you do not like this kind of character. Maybe when they react, you have to take a picture of them or give video of them. Then after the whole incident, show to the person. Let the person know that this is how you behave and this is how you talk anytime you get angry. You do not need to behave this way anymore, because maybe this person is not angry with you yet, maybe with people around him or her. So you have to correct that mistake, because if you guys get into marriage, it's going to do the same thing to you, or turn the aggressiveness towards your children. Okay, this is very bad. You have to point out his or her mistake. Let the person know that you do not like this kind of act. It has to stop. Okay, so if the person refuses to change, you should acknowledge that when you get into marriage with this person, this will bring a whole lot of problems. So it's better you cut it off, or the person changes the character before you get into marriage. You know, when people are in courtship is not something that you just flex around. You have to study someone hard and make sure you correct each other mistakes when it's not too late. Okay, so the time to correct mistakes is when you guys are dating, when you are into courtship. Okay, you are not yet married. You have to correct that mistakes. 3 is jealousy. People says that jealousy is acts of love because they love someone, so they're jealous of that person. For me, jealousy is someone feeling insecure, okay, you do not trust that person. It's a fear of losing something. So if you love your partner and you trust in him or her, you have to stop being jealous. Sometimes I see people checking each other's cell phone, trying to know who sent message and know every single privacy of that person. Even if you are a couple, your wife or your husband also has privacy. So I know that people say that when two people are married, there is nothing like privacy, but it is. It's not everything that you want to know. You start getting jealous of that person. So if you are jealous of your man or your woman, this is act of insecurity. You do not trust that person. So if you do not trust someone, there is no point of you getting married to that person, because this will bring a whole lot of problem. So if your partner is behaving in this kind of, is doing this act, let him or her knows that this is the time he should start trusting you. Because if he does not trust you now that you people are not getting married yet, when you are into this marriage, this will bring dissolution. This will bring a whole lot of problem that you see people having in their home, difficulties. And sometimes people think that it's a mistake for them getting married to that person. No, it is not a mistake. It's the mistake that they make by not telling each other what they dislike. Okay, so if you love someone, you have to open up, tell the person what you like about the person and what you dislike, so that the person will be able to correct his or her mistakes. Number 4 is criticize. You see someone always giving faults. Whenever you try to do something or make your own opinion, this person would disapprove it. This is act of criticizing. So you have to stop the person. Let that person know that your own opinion also have to be counted. This actually happens with men. Men actually wants to be the ruler, to overwhelm, to their own opinions to be counted. So when you are into marriage with that person, you will see that your wife will also want to make an opinion, and this will bring a lot of problem. You may think that she is starting to disobeying you or things like that. So you as a woman, let your man knows that when someone gets married, everything about that home is 50-50. Everyone has his own right. So if your partner always criticizes, let him or her knows that you do not like that act, because this will bring problem. He or she needs to change it now. Okay, so if you correct someone of his or her own mistake, that person does not want to change it, it's better you change the relationship, because this will not favor you, or else you want to go in there and start regretting. For me, I do not support dissolution in marriage. I do not like it. So it's better you cut it off. Marriage is not something that you rush into. You have to take your time into studying someone before you get together with that person, because for me, I think marriage is a lifetime. But for some people that I think that, hey, you can wake up one day and cut it off, it's okay. But for me, what I think, you have to take time and study your partner before getting into marriage with that person. And the lastly, number 5 is people keeping late at night. Okay, if you are working at night, if your job is a night section, this is okay. Your own is separate. But for people that are not working at night, you see them sometimes spending a whole of weekdays, parties at night, going to clubs, especially on weekend. So you have to stop this act, because if you take it into your home, your marital home, this will bring problem. Because you see that character, when you do character for a long time, when you have a particular character for a long time, you develop it into habits. So if you develop it into habits, it will be difficult for you to change it. So even if you have already developed that into habits, you can still amend it now that you are still dating, now that you are still single, now that you're in courtship, you have to amend that. So for you, the listener, if your partner has this character that keeps late at night, and you actually know that he or she is not working at night, for example, for people that works at night, like nurses, doctors, and there are so many jobs that people do at night. But if you know that your partner is not working at night and he or she keeps late at night, tell the person that you do not like that act, because if you go into home with that person and you build a home with that person, you will definitely have problem with this, because this person is not gonna stop. This is the time for the person to stop and change that act now. So look into these 5 things that I'm telling you. I know it's more than this, but these are the common ones that it happens everywhere, okay, that leads to problem in marriages. So you have to pay attention to it. Correct each other their mistakes. Don't too much be overwhelmed by love. If you love someone, then you will be able to speak your mind. Let the person knows what you like and what you dislike. So my friend, if there's something that you like and you always want to see me some other time, subscribe and make sure you have your notification. Thumbs up this video, let me know you want to see more like so. And also comment down below, let me know what you think of this video and your own suggestion. So if there is anything that you want me to talk about, so put it down at the comment section. All the link is down the description box, so you will see a link to my page on Facebook and also my Instagram. So catch you guys later.